You all know about the airlines named Vistara? In India, compared to the other airlines, Vistara is known for its best service. In the last 1.5 years, Indians have been completely satisfied with Vistara service. Who owns Vistara? It is a joint venture of Tata Sons and Singapore Airlines. So far, Vistara has consistently delivered excellent service. But recently, the quality of services has declined and customers have been criticizing them for multiple cancellations and delays. But why are the flights delayed and cancelled? Is it because of the weather? No. So what is the reason? Recently, on 1st and 2nd April, shocking incidents occurred. On 1st of April, 150 flights were cancelled. On 2nd of April, 52 flights were cancelled and delayed. Passengers were furious as they were unable to attend meetings, family functions, and urgent commitments. Similarly, many connecting flights were cancelled, leaving passengers stranded. There were many angry passengers arguing at the airports. So, what's the reason for all this? The reason is Vistara's pilots are not satisfied with the low pay. What? Yes, you are aware that Tata Sons bought Air India company. ISH News had released a video about how Tata has launched Air India and then sold to the government. Years later, Tata Sons acquired a 100% stake in the loss making Air India back from the Indian government. You are aware about this. The rules and pay structure of Air India was set up by the government. Tata Sons applied the same pay structure to Vistara as well, leaving the pilots bewildered. While the senior pilots were happy with the pay structure, the junior pilots were not satisfied. This was the reason behind the flight cancellation on 1st and 2nd April 2024. The junior pilots said that a lot of pilots called in sick and took leave. This led to flight cancellations. Flights cannot be operated with just one pilot. A junior co pilot is always required. Unavailability of pilots caused flight cancellations and delays. Tata Sons applied uniform pay scale for Air India and Vistara pilots. However, according to Vistara's earlier pay structure, pilots were getting a fixed salary of 70 hours per month. According to this, junior co-pilot was paid about rupees 2.35 lakh fixed monthly salary. However, now the hours have been fixed to 40 hours, which will reduce the salary to rupees 1.88 lakh. The pilots were shocked to know this and were not happy with the pay cut.
Hi, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to tell you very special that IPL has been translated in Indian Sign Language and this will be broadcasted on Star Sports 3 channel. Don't forget to watch.
In the last week of the March, Vistara has sent an email about the new uniform pay structure, which was to be signed by all the pilots. But many of them refused to sign. Keeping this in mind, Vistara informed that they will not be allocated a slot on the upgrade sequence list and not be given one time bonus. And such pilots will be deemed to not be interested in working with the Air India. If they sign the uniform pay structure, they be allocated a slot on the upgrade sequence list and paid one time bonus. However, the pilots refused to sign. Hence, on the 1st and 2nd April, many pilots took sick leave, resulting in flight cancellations and subsequent issues. Why a uniform pay structure? Tata Sons, by adopting and implementing Air India's pay structure on Vistara, tried to save costs. However, the pilots were dissatisfied, leading to disagreements. India's Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has asked Vistara to submit daily detailed reports on the flights that are being cancelled and delayed. Scindia also asked Vistara to ensure that the passengers do not suffer due to the issue within the airlines. Passengers whose flights were cancelled should be provided comfortable accommodation and ensure there are no complaints. He also told the airlines to offer an option of refund and compensation to minimize passenger inconvenience. Since many of Vistara's domestic flights were cancelled, the passengers were provided alternate seats in international flights. Since the junior pilots were protesting for all these changes has to be made. Vistara CEO Vinod Kanan announced in a Zoom meeting that Vistara would pay them for all additional flying hours. They were satisfied with that and the situation returned to normal. Later, on 4th April, pilots agreed to work. After the chaos on 1st and 2nd April, the situation has now improved. However, there are still a few small issues. All of this caused big chaos. Two Air India pilot unions extended support to Vistara pilots on their strike. They mentioned problems including unstable flight schedules and inadequate rest periods. Pilots were made to fly back to back shifts without adequate breaks. Short turnaround times between flights was making the pilots unhappy. This is why unions were supporting the pilots. Now the situation is somewhat better. Maybe deaf individuals booked Vistara air tickets. How was your experience? Let us know in the comments.